Um, Hi, my name's Ryan. I recently became second at the Pool UK Regionals. I played DP Orcust. No, I guess I'll just go straight into the list. I played 3 Gearsu. This is the best normal summon in the deck. It's the best starter. It's frankly, it's like a create card really. It's got insane. I played 1 Armageddon Knight, 1 Dark Grepher, and 1 Rotor. So, Grepher's like the worst of the starters, but he's like an extender as well, which Armageddon Knight and Gearsu aren't. But for him to like be a really good extender, he either has to be one at multiples, which he's not because he's limited, or you have to play multiple Nightmare or Wand, which. Then I play Foolish, which is the best extender in the deck. And if we had Harp, but Konami sucks, so we don't. It's the best starter. I then played Free Fusion Destiny. Shoutouts to Adam for lending me these. Had to give them back to him though, because he wanted to play Heroes at its locals, I guess. I played 1 of the Orcust Nightmare, 1 of the Symbol, 1 of the Brass, and 1 of the Wand. These cards, frankly, they suck to draw. The only one which is okay to draw is Brass, but you have to open one of the other 2, and I saw 1 way too much. 1 Babble, 1 Return, and 2 Crescendo. The second Crescendo was mainly sent off Gearsu in the end phase, and then searching another Gearsu off it in the same turn for the OTK. And then again I borrowed these Celestial and the Dasher off Adam. Then I played 3 Ash. I played 3 Gamma, 1 Driver. Gamma, I'm honestly never going to play Gamma and Orcust again after this event. I'd rather play Nibiru or some other more impactful hand trap. I drew multiples of this card way too much throughout the entire day. At one point I drew Gamma off a Dasher, had to summon it, and then I had to banish Celestial to draw 2 because I had nothing. I didn't see a star at all until like 4 turns into the after that. Somehow I didn't die, and I ended up drawing 2 more of these. So then I played 3 Imperm, which is the best hand trap of the Nash. And then I played 3 Droplet. I really like this card in the deck because most of the Orcust monsters are bricks, so it gets them out of hand. Like you never want to draw any of them like Wand. Also, sending Crescendo with this is just... You search Gearsu if you don't have it, it's great. Then I played 3 Cosmic because it's a UK regional. I was expecting a lot of monkey decks. I ended up playing against Guru last round, and like I sniped a Judgment. I sniped a Tikaboo and he had to change Judgment. Then I played 2 Talents. Again, I borrowed these of Adam, thanks for that. It only came up once during the regional, which was to draw 2 cards after my return got Fiend Nest versus Guru. That's about it. Then I played the 1 of Called by the Grave, and then a 1 of Order, like win button. I never saw this, surprisingly. I wish I played Prost, but I couldn't get him for the event. For the extra deck, I played 2 Gearsu, 3 Galatea, 1 Long Gearsu, 1 IP, 1 Phoenix, 1 Unicorn, 1 Hulk, 1 Boral Sword, 1 Link Rebo, 1 Verte. I actually forgot to give this back to Adam. 1 DPE, again I borrowed it of Adam, and 1 Zeus. Shout outs to Tony from one of my locals, Mana, for lending me this. This card's won me like almost every game I made it. Like the cards which put in the most work were Crescendo, Zeus, and DPE. So I don't know if that like the next. Basically that was carried by DPE and Zeus, and I guess Crescendo being a dumb card. But then I played the side 3 Droll. I never saw this. I sided it in against Lyrilusk, but I never saw it. I played 3 Storm. I saw it against I believe it was Storm 4, but it got judgmented. It never came up. It goes in second against most decks. I played the 1 of TP Duster. I only saw this against my mate. I TP Dusted for 1 because I just wanted to flex it against him. Actually won me that game. I just played 1 reboot, never saw it. 1 evenly, never saw it. I only owned 1. So I sold my other 2. I played 3D Barrier, which I saw multiples. I saw 2, I think it's 2 or 3 versus Despia, and that stopped me dying multiple times. Like, I found that deck can't push for damage, so I had quite a few turns to actually just set a hand trap and hope I draw a starter. It took quite a while, and then I think I Fusion Destiny for 2 from hand at one point, so then I played 3 Judgment. Discard's insane. I wish I could play more than 3, but you can't, sadly. My matchups were round 1 I played against the 7th placed Lyrillus player. I 2-0'd him. Game 1 I think I opened... was it? I opened like... He couldn't break my board or something, I can't quite remember. I think I ended on Crescendo DPE of a Ding Engrave or something like that. Then I just Zeus controlled him from there. Then game 2 he like opened Kit set 1. And obviously I opened Imperm for the Kit and I had Cosmic for the... I think it's Cosmic or Storm for the set. And then I just like Zeused him or whatever, I can't remember honestly. It's... Round 2 was Despia. I actually thought I was going to lose that because I bricked like both games. I toyed him. I ended up I was scared of Super Poly, so I had to link off a DP to make Galatea, just so I could get a Ding Engrave, so I wouldn't lose if he topped Super Poly. Round 3 was it Striker? Yeah, it was Sky Striker. He opened 3 hand traps. Game 1, but I still won because I don't think he saw Ray. Game 2, I like opened really bad, and game 3, he opened 3 hand traps again, but like I don't think he saw enough engine, and I just ended up winning. Game 4 was against my mate Brandon. Round 4 was against my friend Brandon. He was playing Eldritch, like Dogmaker Eldritch. He ended up in 4th. He won game 1 because I couldn't out. He opened Skill Drain. Game 2 was like really close back and forth. But I ended up like topping Duster or something and Dustering for 1. And then game 3, it got to the point where like he had no engine cards left in deck. I believe. I think he had a Sanguine or something. He had a set Conquistador or Haquero, a set Sanguine, and a Lord on board, and then 1 unknown. I assumed the unknown was was either a Judgment or a Torrential, like a reactive, like not Floodgate. And off my top deck I topped, or any monster that worked here, but I topped Gearsu, which is like the best one. And I ended up topping Gearsu off that, so I ended up winning that turn. Game 3 was really good though. Round 5 was against the 3rd place, Giles. I couldn't play from the Lyrillus Ward. And then final round was against Guru. Game 1 I ended up like opening like Crescendo DPE and I ended up OTKing him. Game 2 it goes on for a few turns, but he ends up Gozening me, so I just drop Fusion Destiny. Not Gozen, Tiki-Booing me. So I just drop Fusion Destiny and he pop his set Guru and the Link Reaver? Is it the other one? Now I pop the Gearsu and just won from there. Like, you can't do anything at that point. And yeah, I'm really happy that I topped with this deck. I've been playing this deck since Ding came out. Like, it's trash, but I'm far too stubborn to actually like play anything else. But I guess I can now because I've topped with it. So, shout outs go to Adam, Jasper, and Petros for like Jasper for letting me stay over his. Adam for lending me stuff, and Petros for like 2-0ing me like multiple times the night before with Earth Machine. Shout outs to Tony from my locals lending me Zeus. Shout outs to Brandon for the coffee and testing with me a lot. Shout outs to Billy and Fleet and the rest of my. I used to live in Bournemouth, so shout outs to Billy, Fleet, and everyone else I'm friends with from there. Just like being there throughout the day. And shout outs to the people that ran the event and my 2 locals, Mana Eastbourne and Magic Mayhem in Bexhill. That's about it. Thanks.